Thanks, Cheever. Brian, hello. Oh, God, you're... The lane's looking a bit more rough. Yeah, well, it seems like Lycan is fine. They're actually going to bring the Crystal Maiden down to the bottom lane. The lone druid isn't necessarily needed anymore. They get a nice roll onto Shad here. Shad trying to get those Jingu stacks up. Does manage to get it. It's going to be Frostbitten. Turns around. Throws fire. That used his blood to be able to stop any lifesteal to come out. Now they're going to body block Celery up. He does have his tether, but Replay is not there in time. What a great setup from Liquid, and the glyph usage was just beautiful there as well. Back over the mid lane, though, the support showing bottom lane means mid is free for Aramis to be able to...
That just made me so excited, man. That was a really nice return move. Taiga? Wow, okay. I didn't even mean to watch that. I just had my...
6-minute power rune.
Spirit seems scary.
Okay, is gonna die here. They roll from Taiga, does grab the DD. See if no shack.
Boxy is managing to scrape together some farm in the bottom lane. He's honestly the same level as Monkey King, which is pretty crazy, but well along the spectrum he does.
Now he's gonna die with no swashbuckle up to be able to get away, get the distance. Feels like he's needed a bottom lane to be able to get enough damage to kill Shad here. They don't actually get a disarm. They're still not getting a disarm. Shad, he's walking away, managed to get the Jingu up, and he doesn't have enough, though. Thanks to the Crystal Maiden coming in, they are going to be able to kill him. Celery's going to go down as well, and they're either going to try and catch Aramis here. The roll-in is going to be able to stop the shackles. Foxy has a little bit of HP to burn, thanks to the magic wand, and he will be able to get 3 kills in that bottom lane.
To get even more done now that Pango has hit 6, and both supports are 6. 9 minutes in.
They're going to run right into Boom, and Boom in turn runs into them with the Astral Step. Gets a good amount of damage. Is going to be rolled on, though. Has another Astral Step to go, but Boxy's going to join him here and pop the Rolling Thunder. Not going to be able to go for the Void Spirit. He's stayed that Astral Step for his escape mechanism. Celery, though, is food, and they're going to try and chase for more because Mickey's actually going to meet them with this fight in the jungle. He pushed in the mid lane, cut over, and get a kill on Aramis. I just checked Mike and GG's side. There's nothing like that. So, Mickey, that is a huge amount of experience in gold that he just jumps that net worth chart up a little bit more. Insania is in some trouble, though. He's trying to defend this tower. Celery has already used his tether, though, so Boxy might be able to take advantage of this unless he's controlled up too much by Boom. He does manage to get out the Rolling Thunder. Is still susceptible to some physical damage, but because they're melee, they can't really go for him. In fact, now with the coil here from the puck, they're going to be able to control up Toby and burn him down. He dies. Shad jumps into the middle despite Boom unable to hit his Aether Remnant, though, and Taiga keeping his distance, slowing him down. The next round of spells is coming up for Mickey. He's got a silence. That's going to kill Shad. Now they're going to chase down Boom potentially. Nope, they're saying, okay, we're out of spells. Scared of the Lycan at all?
I think he knows he can TP with it, right? He
can
TP away, so worst case scenario, the Lycan has the ulti to make him TP away. I think that's a worthwhile trade in his eyes, as now you have a third one.
Yeah, and the cooldown is very, very closely matched with Illusory Orb and Fading Rift, so pretty much you get a second round of Witchblade with the other 2 spells coming up. Boxy is going to be safe line. Taiga gets out the Rolling Thunder inside of the coil again. 2 down. Shad gets brought in by Celery, but Celery is just gone. And Freezing Field quickly blows him up, and Shad asks, why, oh why? One of Liquid's toughest rivals. You know, Blitz will try and tell me all day long that, hey, we won the series that were important, but is still Viking GG who's won many more series over Liquid than vice versa, including the last 2 series. Top lane, they do manage to get a kill on Insania, but in turn, the support of Viking GG, Aramis, falls at bottom. So 30 damage and phase shift attack. He really wants to keep that right-click build. I think is a good idea, especially against this Lycan. You've got so many targets out there. They're going to get the initiation on the Lycan before you can get off the shapeshift. Beautiful entrance there. Looks like Taiga may be pulled back, but they're going to blow a lot of spells from a distance just to bring Taiga down to half. So you're looking at this. Good setup. And it looks like to me, Liquid was killing Celery here for the reload take back. Probably going to take this.
Radiant's bottom tower.
So I know you play some like melee 4s and stuff that may build this item, but in general, how does it feel to play this patch as the guy that doesn't build Orb of Glory? I feel like that item is so broken.
I would kind of tend to agree with that, yeah. I think the nerf was a little well placed. Oh, the roll-in almost caught Shad before he jumped out, but Shad was able to get away in time, quickly kills Sustaina. Now with the shackles on the Boxy, they're going to be able to bring him down. Toby is looking for more, and he's going to find it too. Koifa managed to get the fear off on some of the heroes, but with his tanky true form, Toby gives up on that kill. Shad's going to try and protect everybody with this Wukong's command, but Liquid, they're just going to wait on the outside of it. Mickey preventing them from being able to head back to the base. Taiga rolling in, but maybe a little bit too soon. No, perfect for Mickey though to come in and clean up all these kills, even if it costs Taiga his life. You can be at the top part of the map for 30 seconds, and in that 30 seconds, you're going to get 300 gold, and we're going to take bottom lane of theirs. So, good luck with that.
Would go that quick.
Yeah, you play this whole hunting phase until you have the items you need to go high ground, and it looks like they assess that to be the assault share. That just, what's worse, Shadow Shaman or Disruptor when you're?
Oh, Radiant's
I'm gonna say Shadow Shaman, because at least Disruptor, you can just drop your ultimate and have a
Radiant's top tower is fallen.
Meanwhile, Aramis, in order to get it a stable, I guess Hex is out there, but there's no chance you're getting shackles. As you can see, Koifa's gonna run up to him with the bear, and now he's getting dead. He's gonna come in with the DKD, gets off the Wukong's command, and see if they can fight here for once with the bear stuck inside the serpent. It will die. Koifa says, don't worry, I've got another one where that came from. Boxy, he gets a little bit low. Shad doesn't want to go outside of his ring. His ring is gone now, and so too is the armor. So Koifa quickly takes him down in just a couple of shots of the bear. That is truly it for MicroGG. And it feels like that's been it for the last... They probably had 10 minutes. Definitely the last 7. I mean, Liquid just put on a clinic for that game 1. I was wondering if Liquid was going to do their typical like slow roll into the tournament for this DPC setup, and like, okay, you only have 1 game a week. Brian, can they deal with this lone druid this time around?
I'm not too optimistic. If we're talking about, hey, they walk up to your buildings and they hit them, what exactly is Viking GG's plan other than killing them over and over again? That's pretty much all they got. Their wave clear is quite lackluster. If you consider the Oracle Bounty Hunter supports, virtually no wave clear there. Ricky's not going to wave clear until he gets that Battle Fury up and running. And SF, he has a lot of wave clear, but he is quite to give Mickey a little bit of a boost. I think against a hero like SF, whose level 2 is super important, that's a very good choice. I like that distribution of resources there.
First
As
blood.
Stania does go down. Pretty impossible lane down here for Liquid. Or something like that. The Ricky's pretty lackluster for damage at this stage in the game, so even though you can purge a sprint, you kind of hold on to it for when he wants to. As you saw, he waited until after Celery used the Dispel on himself and ended up chasing him down. I feel like this is a really nice lane for Slardar, as we also see Nigma fighting the Dust Pop. And a 1-for-1 trade. Koifa's even happier now because his support died before the opponent died.
And he got the root, so he might get the kill as well. He does.
Oh my god.
Time. So it's not like he's going to be found while he's doing all this junk. Toby being chased down. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, they're going to go for it. They do manage to hit that bash up onto the Riki. He's going to be disarmed, though, by the Oracle. Just another way where you can counter that Slardar with Oracle, but at the same time, they do...
A while, and he's chosen the ladder this game. Maybe not chosen, but he's had it thrust upon him by Koifa and Taiga.
Now, nobody will.
Aramis is going to join this bottom lane, and Stania was a little bit far forward there. Gets caught by the Fortune Set, and he's certainly dead. But if they can get the trade-off here to get Shad, it would be well worth it. But Boxy wasn't able to get quite enough damage. Maybe Mickey, he saw him blink away, but he's already used the illusory orb. He's going to have to guess if he wants to be able to find him. Mickey's not trying to like force moves too much. He's really making sure he keeps up and does finally find his opportunity to catch Shad here inside the foil. And there it is. Fine. Gets his big rotation kill.
Lane level 6, 9.5 minutes in, is that Mickey runs around the map just like this, fighting with his Crystal Maiden, getting a kill on the Bounty Hunter, might be queuing up a kill on Boom.
Yeah, boom.
No.
He needs to be able to get off the Requiem right now. If he wants to be able to get away from this, he kind of pushes Mickey in and managed to catch him with the Requiem. I think he was holding on to that for a little bit. He could have popped it sooner, but I think he really wanted to bait in Mickey more and more and more.
I feel like Mickey kind of baited himself there.
Yeah.
He was going to get his orb off in time before the SF ulti, but he didn't.
Barely gets saved in time by the false promise.
Oh, Radiant's
That
top
deep
tower
with
is
a
under
hefty amount
attack.
of burst.
Top tower dying to Coitful. If Liquid can hold mid, which it looks like they are.
Beautiful coil. They cannot stop a three-man black hole. Toby gonna limp away, thought about going for the Primal Roar. Mickey's gonna knight him even that with a phase shift. And now they go from almost taking top tower to definitely taking mid tower.
Because Radiant just fortified
Yeah,
their
Coitful
structure.
knows it's his job to
Oh, Radiant's
kind of
middle
just show
tower
up
is
to the
under
party
attack.
in order to cap, like basically make the kills meet.
Blink dagger choice, just extra opportunities to start fights. Get in the face of the enemy. They're gonna get on top of Stellar here. Now Boxy's gonna quickly get turned around here. Primal Roar plus the Requiem. He's gonna go down, and nobody actually falls on the side of Viking GG.
Viking GG doesn't have any abilities. Let's just walk in the row. So it may have looked like a kill that went in favor of Viking GG, but Liquid is actually going to turn it back on them and say, hey, we're now going to take the objective we were near just because you used all your stuff to kill our guy before. He's back alive.
Yeah, Requiem is their only like big team fight AoE ability. Everything else they have is real single targets, so this fight around the pit, it's going to be a bit dicey, especially with Mickey coming in. Managed to get the two-man coil with the freezing field next to it, but he actually dies. He tries to get out.
Demote Boxy purely based on Taiga's hero pool. Nigma, one of the best supports in the game, if
Dire's
not the
top
best,
tower's under attack.
to get these early items up on. And they smoke again on Liquid.
Smoke is going to be broken immediately. Aramis positioning himself, knowing that the enemy team very likely is going to try and force something here. Aramis gets a little bit low from Foxy, but he's going to be saved by the Oracle. Oh no, boom! He popped his BKB there, and he's going to go for the Requiem just to be able to kill Insania, but similar to that kill earlier, they've now used their big team fight ability, just get one small pick off. Boom's going to have to break this coil and keep on running up to the triangle. He's going to turn around, throw some damage out there, see if they can kill the bear. Toby gets a little bit low, but is saved by Celery. Should heal up a decent amount here. The Koifa bear is going to die to the Necronomicon. He's got another one though. Toby, he doesn't heal much at all. In fact, he immediately gets bursted down by Box. Now Blinks forward looking for a little bit more. Boom, with the corrosive haze on him. Mickey is pumping out the damage with that Witch's Blade plus Treads and two double null tallies. That is a right-click build. He will let kill the SF, but Jet's going to die by a black hole with the freezing field. In turn, is going to wipe the...
And based on that first game, I didn't feel like they would. And they're definitely sticking to that so far.
Their structures. Good
5
work.
minutes spoke.
Boom. They kill that mid tower, and they actually glyph the creep wave, and Boom immediately runs. He knows what that glyph is. That glyph is a way to try and stall him from retreating, and they're still going to catch potentially Aramis here, who breaks that smoke and is not going to be saved by the Oracle. Because the Oracle may not even be able to save himself. Going to go for the TP out, but the fear comes in just in time. The coil, however, barely missed. So with the BKB on Taiga, ready to go with the Blink Dagger. That's Aghanim Scepter. Oh, this is an opportunity. Mickey! Pot trying to push out that bottom lane. Jumped over to his illusory orb right into the open arms of Toby. So maybe with this is a big pickoff. They've got a full minute to do something.
Control impact that death has. Will it surmount to like any long-term effects? We'll just have to see as the fight breaks out mid. And Bounty Hunter dying immediately, I do not think is how we envision them capitalizing.
Yeah, Liquid just played on the high ground with a sentry laid out and waited for the Bounty Hunter to try and scout some heroes out. They immediately get that kill. And playing around the high ground means they can afford to take a 4 versus 4 here. As Shad is stuck inside the freezing field. It's not going to be making it out anytime soon with Taiga. Just throwing his full weight into Boom. He pops the Blink BKB black hole. Make sure that the other core is going to fall as well. Quickly, just like that, 4 heroes take on 5, and it's the 5 that fall. Viking GG team wiped. 15,000 net worth lead for Liquid as they push for the high ground. GG, that's it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't really blame them here. I feel like they actually just know exactly what's going to happen because it happened to them in real time like 40 minutes ago, you know? That story kind of wrote itself after, I would honestly say, that 10-minute engagement with the 3-man coil into the 3-man hole.